In India, all the students who are currently in their education or who are currently pursuing graduation, all of them wants to get a very high-paid job, right? A very good job by the end of graduation. But according to the stats, if I'll tell you, only less than 2% of the students are actually.
What are the different type of soft skills as well as the different type of hard skills they need to acquire?
So first of all, the skills, what I'll tell them is there can be a growth mindset, there can be fixed mindset. Okay, fixed mindset people can think, in difficult situation they will usually think like,
How you have started in this business development domain? How things have started in this domain for you?
I chose Byju's. I joined there as an intern. Okay, after that I continued my journey and I was promoted to senior BDA. Then as a manager I worked over there. Post that I joined another regional edtech company as a regional manager. Okay, and there also post 6 months I got another promotion as a AGM, like associate general manager. Currently I'm working in NxtWave as a senior manager. Okay, so where I'm taking care of 3 states like Orissa, Gujarat and West Bengal. Along with that, I'm also taking care of the entire L&D process for all the states. Okay. So yeah, so this is my brief journey. So yeah, after completion of my MBA only, I entered into this role.
So now tell me more about it, right? So tell me about like how you have, land a job as a business development, right? Associate. So tell me like what are the skill sets required for one who want to enter into this field?
So basically, I entered into this business development domain post my MBA, as I mentioned. Okay, so right from my school days only, I was very interested in meeting new people, talking to them, and somehow I don't know, my friends used to come to me for suggestions, and I was always able to motivate them and help them. Okay, so that is how the journey started. So in recent business development domain, if someone wants to join, I'll ask the students to understand first what is business development. Okay, and it's not like they should enter willingly, by understanding why they will join and what will be their career goal. Okay, so they should not join like, I'm only there is an opportunity and in sales there are a lot of opportunities, so I should join sales. Okay, so definitely later part of the conversation will be discussing in specific, like what are the actual skills required for this business development domain. But first of all, what I'll suggest to the student is, first of all, they should understand what will be their roles and responsibility, how will be their career, the entire forecasting of the career, and there should be willingness about the role as well from mind and heart. Then only someone will be successful in business development. So in business development, basically if someone is entering into the sales fields specifically, so definitely if they are joining as an associate, then their role will be different. So mainly for the associates, what they need to do is, first, the very important thing is they should take the training very seriously for their particular organization, so that they can understand their product very well. Okay, so whenever a person is having confidence about the product, then only they will be able to sell it. Okay, so there are people who are defining sales there, in a different manner. For me, if I'll tell you what I think about sales is, sales, the synonym of sale is sincerely encouraging by listening and loving. Okay, so for me, sell means sincerely encouraging by listening and loving. Okay, so here first thing is, lot of people think that okay, so if I'll talk more, I'll do great, but I believe that listening is the key here. So if I'm joining as a business development associate, so I'll be having my work schedule, like the day will start at a fixed time and it will end at fixed time. So basically I'll be talking to the potential clients. Mostly if they are joining in business development role as an associate, so they need to call, they need to interact with students and parents just to understand that what they want in their life and to help them. Along with that, they should also review their performance. There will be training sessions with the managers. And if they're joining in growth role, there can be other lead generations activities as well they can take part in. Okay, so this is kind of a day of a business development associate. And if I'm talking about business development manager, so they are handling a team, right? So first of all, they should start with a morning sync up, where they should motivate people, where they should motivate team. The beginning should be like, he should be able to motivate his team. At the same time, give, a definite guidelines what they need to work on. Okay, so they can divide the day, they can follow task framework. And, after that, they should take a, post lunch sync up and day end sync up as well. Between that, they should, as a business development manager, if I want to be successful, my day should be, I should bucket my, TBS or the BDS whom I am having. I should bucket them according to their skills, according to their will, and according to the other performance factors as well. then I should prioritize them. Okay. So first of all, I should never judge any of my BDS. Business development managers should never judge a BDA. So they should always, follow the coaching style of leadership, and they should always try to listen, audit their calls, understand where they're going wrong, and giving them proper feedbacks. Okay. Along with that, they will also have sync ups with their senior managers in the entire day just to understand how things are going on. Okay. So this is basically, and there are specific, SOPs which are designed for the managers for different companies. So I think a typical day of a business development manager looks like: they will start with sync up, they will audit calls, they will get into, how the team is performing, they will analyze leads, how the funnels are. Okay. So how well the funnels are going, and is there any specific drop in funnel in any particular stages. So this is how the, typical day of a business development manager looks like. But it slightly varies from organization to organization. Yeah.
And depending upon the products and services that the company.
Yeah, products and services also, it varies. Yeah.
Got it. So now you have talked about the leads part, right? And I believe lead generation is a very important skill set for a business development associate, right? Because once or when people start generating leads, then only company would start generating revenue. So tell me about the lead generation process. Like, what is the lead first? And second is how people generate leads, right? If I am starting my career as a business development associate for the first time, right? I don't have any experience related to that. Then how would I start generating leads? What channels would I use to generate leads, right? And what are the mediums through which I can reach out to them in different ways, right? And how should be a proposal, ideal proposal would look like? So yeah, I have asked you like multiple questions in the same question, right? So
understood. Basically, it depends. Okay. So for many organizations, the business development associates are not generating leads, but they are actually qualifying the leads what they're getting. For some organizations, they are definitely generating leads as well. Okay. So broadly, a lead means a potential client. Okay. A person who is my, potential prospect. Okay. That is the, basic definition of a lead. So if I'll categorize lead generation can be categorized into two broad ways. One is BTL, one is ATL. Okay. So BTL means below the lines, ATL means above the lines. Okay. So below the lines means BTL activities are specific lead generation activities where it is restricted to a specific group of audience or specific group of potential clients. Okay. It can be leafleting, it can be offline lead generation process, it can be offline stalls, it can be, small, different BTL activities are there. Leafleting, pampering, small seminars, webinars with a specific group of audience to generate leads. There can be a lot of BTL activities. ATL activities broadly includes like some IM activities, okay, influencer marketing activities, okay. Some affiliate can be considered both under ATL and BTL. But broadly, if I'll tell, so mostly if you ask about the associates, okay. So associates normally will follow the existing lead generation process, okay, what the company is having. It's not like they need to start new initiatives in associate level, I'm telling, okay. So if the company is hiring that particular person for offline lead generation, there can be different ways of generating leads, okay, depending on the industry in which they are working, okay. So first, if I'll talk about the tech industry, the most popular lead generation activities are like, one is college stalls, one is alumni interactions, one is, different webinars or workshops which are conducted in the particular college, okay. Then there can be, different door-to-door visits as well. Okay, so these are kind of offline lead generation activities, okay. And online lead generation activities can be, through different medium. First is, it can be through app-based, okay. First of all, it can be through app-based, or, we can collect or gather data from different organizations, okay. And there we can go with cold calling process and all. So there are, it can be categorized into, there are different lead generation activities or lead generation process. But it depends according to the organization, it depends according to the requirement of the company, and depends on the basis of the target audience, okay. So yeah, so I think that's it. So basically, associate, mostly they will generate leads according to the process which are existing in the company, or else they will mostly work on the already generated leads, okay. And they will try to make them more qualified lead, or, make them more potential is what I think.
Absolutely. Got it. So now tell me, like, in your company, like, what is your product and service? First of all, you let us know about the product and service that your company is, pitching to the people or target people, right? And after that, what are the role of BDAs in your company who would be generating leads, right? How they are generating leads for your product and service, so that it would give a how the company works, right? How the things work in the company?
Basically, currently I'm working in NxtWave. Okay. We are trying to provide a solution. Okay. So solution to what? So basically, I'll tell you, in India, all the students who are currently in their education or who are currently pursuing graduation, all of them wants to get a very high paid job, right? A very good job by the end of graduation. But according to the stats, if I'll tell you, only less than 2% of the students are actually getting high paid job. Okay. 63% of Indian graduates are struggling to get good job, or, they're settling down in lesser packages. Sometimes they're not getting job as well, right? So there is a, big challenge which is present, because the current requirement of the industry, whatever studying or whatever we are taught in our colleges is absolutely different, or there is a gap, I'll rather tell. Okay. So NxtWave is trying to bridge the gap between current industry requirement and academics. Okay. So I think you already know about Industry 4.0. So Industry 4.0 is the fourth industrial revolution which is going to happen. And currently there are 30 lakhs jobs available. And, in upcoming decade, like 10 to 12 years, there will be more than 1.2 crore jobs which will be created in the entire world, in the entire global market. Okay. And it will greatly influence, all kind of jobs. So what we are trying to do is we are actually upskilling Indian youth, okay, so that they can be potential industry ready. We are actually helping them to understand what the industry works on and how they can develop their skills. So the entire skill development along with their placement is being taken care by NxtWave. Okay. So here, to be very honest, we're not trying to generate lead in those manners. Okay. Because first of all, what I believe is, as I mentioned, the meaning of sell differs for different organizations. Okay. So for example, if I'll tell you, when we can influence someone or actually help someone, because what students are struggling or parents are struggling is they are not aware of what are the skills they must develop in their college days, then when they will start, just to get their dream job. Okay. So students are having a preconceived notion that, okay, so I'm not from a tier 1 college, so might be I'll not get a good job. Okay. Sometimes students will think, okay, I want to join Google or Microsoft. And then they will think, okay, no, it's not my cup of tea. Google, Microsoft, I cannot join. Right. So these all are perceptions. First thing what students should do is, because this podcast is for the student, that's why I'm telling. So what they should do is, first they should list down their dream companies. Okay. I'm slightly deviated from the question, but I'll again come to the question. Okay. Sure. So first of all, they should create a list of the companies for which they wants to work. Okay. Then what they should do is they should do some little research. Okay. For example, I want to join Microsoft. So let us go to Microsoft's entire website and let us go to their career portal just to understand what kind of people they are hiring, in which role they are hiring. What is the JD? What are the skills required for that role? Most of the students, what the mistake what they are doing is they are not preparing themselves from first year or post completion of 12th. Okay. In engineering or in any graduation, first year, normally students are a bit reluctant. Second year, they are thinking, okay, I need to start now. Third year, they are in placement time, or fourth year in placement time when they are coming. They are doing some certifications, but they are not able to learn the skills, because learning skills required some time. Okay. So that is the greatest mistake. So right from the beginning of the college days, or, post completion of 12th, one must focus what are my dream companies, where I want to work, and what are the skills we must develop so that I can accomplish my dream job. Okay. So here, as you asked me how we are generating leads. So basically, we are trying to help the college students. There is an outbound process. So outbound process is the, oldest and ancient process which is being followed. So for example, there are different organizations who have, either collaborated with us or, reached us so that we can reach out to the potential students. So there, what we are trying to do is we are trying to make them understand what is the importance of skills and how it can be helpful. After that, they are attending one webinar. Okay. So, in our company, all the core members are from IITs, IIMs or NITs. Okay. So first of all, we are inviting them for a webinar, free webinar, of course, where they are actually getting the opportunity to learn. Okay. So what are the current industry requirements? What path I must follow? How I must follow? Okay. What are the skills I must develop? Okay. And accordingly, then they are coming, if the students are interested, then only they are reaching out to us through different inbound channels, or sometimes our, sales teams are also reaching out to them. This is the main process what is followed. Then there are other processes as well. We are also, there are a lot of Insta or YouTube influencers who are reaching out to us, because they also sometimes wants to genuinely help their, subscribers, right? So that is the reason they are reaching out to us. They are also, we are giving them specific opportunity for specific channels where they can attend the IITian webinar free of cost, that too by top 100 IIT ranker of the country. Okay, so where they will be getting a clear idea about what to learn, how to learn, and how to get a high-paid job by the end of graduation. Okay. Along with that, there are few collaborations with colleges across pan-India. Okay. We are organizing different workshops on latest technologies like artificial intelligence, machine learning, generative AI. All these things are going on. Okay. So this is how, if you'll ask in technological term, leads are generated. But to be very honest, we are not focusing on generating leads. We are focusing to give a solution to the problem. Okay. To, just by motivating them and sincerely encouraging them to do something well in their career.
What are the skill sets they need to start developing when they are in college? Like, be it a communication skill, be it, doing conducting market research, so on and so forth. So give us a brief idea. Like, what are the different type of soft skills as well as the different type of hard skills they need to, acquire?
What I think is business development is such a role where, there are multiple opportunities. Okay. So first I would like to tell, all the viewers that there is a difference between business development entirely, because, sometimes business development means, if sincerely, to be very honest, business development means there is no limitations. Business development people are, working for future growth of the company. They are looking for potential collaborations. They are looking for, how the business can be developed, and they are always looking for a win-win situation. But in current scenario in India, we are relating business development with sales, and mostly the roles where students are getting into are sales role. Okay. So in sales or in sales business development, there are some limitations. In sales business development, people are usually driving the existing business. Okay. They're actually driving the existing business with some limitations, with some caps, with some defined set of informations like the pricing, product and all. Okay. So basically, I think it would be great if I'll tell about the sales role only, because I think you asked basically about the sales business development profiles which are available in the market currently.
Sure.
Okay. So first of all, the skills, what I'll tell them is, first thing, they should develop a nature of doing case studies. Okay. They can explore different case studies, because business development or sales is, how you react in that particular situation. It's not about a set of answers which you should give. It's not about a set of responsibilities you will be given. If you'll ask about hard skills, first, communication. Obviously, in business development, communication will play a very, very important role. It can be both verbal and non-verbal communication as well. Okay, so we should be learning communication skills. There are different, platforms. There are different websites which are available where we can refer through and we can learn about professional communication skills. We can learn about professional etiquettes. Okay. We can also learn about some few aspects like ROI, like return on investments, how to calculate return on investments. Okay. So whatever job I'll do, how it will be helpful for my company, how it will be, beneficial for the company. Some data analysis course also I can do, because what I believe is, in any decision which is involved in business development, it should be always be data driven. It should not be emotion. It should not be emotion driven. Okay. So if I learn how to analyze the data, definitely it will give us more insights. It will help me to understand the role and understand my situation better. Obviously, some data analysis courses or, data analysis projects also we can do. Another thing which can focus is on project management as well. Okay. In terms of hard skills. So if I'll tell you about soft skill. Okay. So first thing which I believe is very, very important in business development is adaptability. Okay. So we should be ready to adapt in any and every situation. There should not be any resistance in our mind. Okay. If we are keeping resistance in business development role, or if you are actually reacting to change, then definitely our growth will be limited. So adaptability is definitely very, very important. Second thing which I'll focus on soft skill is growth mindset. Okay. So, there is a clear mindset gap. Mindset is very, very important in business development. So there can be a growth mindset, there can be fixed mindset. Okay. Fixed mindset people can think, in difficult situation, they will usually think like, okay, so this is a very tough thing. Okay. This skill I'm not having. So if someone is doing good, they will think that that skill is already there in him. That is inherited from his birth only. but I'm not having those skills. Okay, this is a very difficult job. This is not my cup of tea. Basically, they will think in negative manner. Okay, if someone is actually keeping growth mindset and they will take things positively, definitely there are a lot of researches and studies which they can get on growth mindset to understand it in better manner. Okay, so growth mindset is also another soft skill which I'll suggest all the viewers to develop. Okay, and third is, I believe they should always focus on outcome over output. So focusing on outcome over output is very, very important. So I'll just give a brief about outcome over output. What is output? What is outcome? Okay. So output is nothing but when we are mechanically doing something. We are mechanically doing or performing some set of actions, that is known as output. Okay. And outcome is the impact which we are creating, or impact which is getting generated post any output is actually known as outcome. Okay. So sometime in sales, some BDM will just focus on, okay, so your job is to do 3 hours of talk time, 200 dial calls, this. Okay. Okay. Definitely. I think those things are very important, but no one should feel like that is their job. No. For us, we believe creating value is more important. Okay. Guiding students is more important. These are the outcomes. Okay. Normally, people will get to understand outcome over output. People are getting degree or certificates after graduation. That is nothing but output, right? But getting a job after completion of graduation is the outcome, or actually learning from whatever course they are into, that is outcome. So for me, generating a mindset and always focusing on outcome over output is other soft skills what they should develop. And third, last is what I believe is time management. Okay, so time management also plays a very important role. So there they can focus on there are different frameworks as well to define time management. One very important thing is task framework. So I'm not getting into details, but definitely in if any students wants to reach out and understand these things in a deeper manner, I'll be ready to help them. But task framework is another framework. There are a lot of frameworks for time management, so time management is another important issue. Yeah, so I think these skills, if someone is developing, this can really help them to develop themselves and to be industry ready and to get into business development profiles.
Got it. Any courses or certifications, right, in terms of getting the hard skills to be developed? So like, what do you recommend any few of those certifications or courses that is available?
No, basically, so if I'll think from students' perspective, I'll tell you that there are a lot of free courses as well which are available. Okay, if possible, students can refer to LinkedIn Learning as well. Okay, so LinkedIn Learning, if they are getting the premium version of LinkedIn, there are lots of courses on different aspects which they can refer to. They can refer to different podcasts. Okay, like there is one very good podcast to get insights is I believe TEDx Talks. Okay, so TEDx Talks is available. It's a free version of this podcast in YouTube. So there also they can get many insights, and definitely hard skills if they are developing skills of Excel, or if they are mastering in kind of data analysis. Okay, I think that will be more than enough for them.
And how one can prepare his or her resume? Because let's take an example. If a employer posts a job or an internship related to a business development on LinkedIn, right? At least there would be around 300, 400 applicants that apply to that particular job or internship, right? So how one can stand out, right, while submitting or their resume to the company? How one can stand out?
What I believe is, as as a fresher, our resume may be any role. It should be very specific, clear, and simple. Okay, it should not be very lengthy. It should not be very clumsy. It should be very simple, specific. Okay, there they can clearly define what is their the head subheading where we are actually expressing why we want to join this role is very important. Okay, so they should clearly define that why they wants to join in business development profile. Okay, is it just a kind of job they wants to apply, or they are actually interested to grow their career in this profile? Okay, so that is one thing. Second thing which I believe is they should clearly, specifically they should mention if there is any projects what they have done related to business development. Okay, or if there is any courses or any hard skills which they have developed related to business development. And third thing is, once the resume is getting shortlisted, the interview. Okay, so basically my suggestion to all the viewers will be, while giving your interview, first you should be very confident. Okay, your confidence matters a lot in the interview, first of all. Second of all, try to answer the questions specifically and to the point, first of all. Third, which I believe is very important, is to be empathic, okay, to be passionate about the role, and your confidence and your, communication skills. Mostly these two will be checked, okay. Nothing else is what I believe. Because, currently I'm, part of the interview process from last 3 to 4 years. So every day I'm taking at least 10, 15 interviews. So that's why I'm just giving a glimpse for the students.
Got it. And in resume, they need to mention any specific details related to the particular, so that, today's when students apply or anyone apply to the particular job or an internship, so ATS would be a key factor.
No,
right?
what I am telling is, look, so there can be specific keywords, okay, which they can mention in their resume. So one is that thing. So I think getting into that details is, deep diving into a well. So there are a lot of things in that keyword search aspects, okay. So one must, customize their resume as per the, company. So first they should understand what is the product of the company, and which, for example, if I'm writing about my hard skills and soft skill, which are best aligned in company's vision, okay. And we can also use some set of, these keywords, what you mentioned, that can be done with the help of any AI platforms which are available currently, okay. So those things will not be an issue, because what I believe is, for business development profiles, it's not that important from which college they are, what skills they develop, because post joining they will get some, OJT, or like on-job training, where they will understand about the role in a better manner. And two things matters a lot. First is their willingness, okay. Is it just a kind of, okay, I'm just trying for this job, or they are really serious about it, they want to grow a career in this role, okay. And their confidence and communication, these four things, if that is there, I think that's more than enough for any associate level role in business development.
Okay. Right. So like, I got like almost all the answers, like, but do you suggest or recommend anything related to these students who should be, taken care of while, applying for a job, or while, trying to get into this domain, right? And specifically, any specific tools or software they need to learn beforehand, so that whenever they apply to the company would give them the priority when interviewing them. So any tools or software?
Yes, it can be broadly categorized into, one is offline, one is online, okay. So if they are trying to get into online roles, so first they can, if they can build skills about CRM, okay. So different companies are using different CRM. So one very important CRM is Lead Square, okay. Salesforce, Lead Square. There are specific CRM. They can develop skills, because CRM is a software or a tool which will actually help them to keep a track of their leads. And if someone is good in CRM, they will be good in their work as well, okay. Because if they will learn how to use filters, if they will learn how to analyze the funnel stages, if they will actually learn how important the funnel stages are, how leads are generated. So all these things, I think, if they are working on before applying to a business development role, definitely it will help them, okay. It will definitely help them. It's best to refer to, platforms like yours, okay, where the experts are there. So there are, it's best to reach out to industry experts before applying to a specific role, because each and every role is different, each and every company is different. We must analyze specifically for the role or for the responsibilities which we are applying for, the company which we are applying for. Accordingly, we should customize our CV. Accordingly, we should, categorize or prioritize our skill sets. So all these things are possible when you are talking to the industry experts who is from that particular industry, and who is having right, experience, and who can guide you in a right manner is the key, basically. Because otherwise we can tell a lot of things, do that. So, in our education system also, right from playgroup to 12th or graduation, we are learning around 140 to 150 subjects, right? But, after learning 140, 150 subjects, after giving n number of exams, is there any guarantee that I'll get a high-paid job? No, right? There's no guarantee, right? So there's no assurance that if we are studying 140, 150 subjects and giving a number of exams, we'll get a high-paid job. Like that, if I'll tell, do this, do that, it will not be specific. And, there are a lot of things, a lot of guidance which we can give. But the best guidance is what I believe, when we are giving specific set of guidance, which is relevant to that specific thing, then people can follow it and achieve, next height is what I believe.
Yeah. So, like, I think I have asked all the questions related to this. right? So thank you so much for joining the podcast, Arka. Like, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Aranya. Basically, I love interacting with different, students all the days. I usually interact with lot of students every day with my, webinars and all. So definitely, if I can be of any help for any student, I'll be more than happy, because my role is to, guide them in a right manner.
Sure, man. I will definitely drop your LinkedIn profile in the description so that the students would check out, or the people who are interested, to have a career with you. Or like you, as you said, you provide trainings related to Industry 4.0 projects, right? So they can reach out to you, and I'll mention that. I'm looking forward to having more conversation, more interaction with you on different topics, so that it would give brief idea to the people. And
Sure. Definitely, we'll do that. Definitely. Okay. Thanks,
Okay,
Aranya.
yeah. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah. Thank you so